Hey everyone, this is Epistemia ASMR, and I'm going to do a psychedelic milk experiment. It's a really simple experiment actually that you can do at home. So the first thing that we need is some whole milk, which is what I have right here in this little jar. And I've not tried this experiment with any non-fat milk, but from what I understand, it works best with whole milk or even like a cream, something that has a good amount of fat in it. The second thing that we need is food coloring. I have this little box of food coloring here that I actually turned inside out because I didn't like the package design. It kind of looked a bit like an eyesore for the video. So I turned the box inside out, which is why it has these crinkles in it, and also why it is ripped on the side here. And the last thing that we need for this experiment is dish detergent, which I have put in this little shot glass. I got from probably the dollar store or something, just some cheap stuff. And then the last thing I have here are just a couple Q-tips. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour this milk first. in my little glass bowl here. And then next I'm going to add the food coloring. Okay, so let's see. The first color I'm going to put is this little pink, kind of purpley pink color. This set of food dye I got from probably a dollar store also, but this is a set of neon colors. They look very Eastery. So let's see, purple and now blue, and I'm just going to put maybe like 2 drops of the blue because it's super dense. Blue pigments definitely tend to be very dense. A little bit goes a long way. And this is more of like a lighter pink color. And then the last color is, well, it looks green, but it might turn out to be yellow. Well, we'll see. I think it's green. Okay. Alright, and the last part is, we just take our Q-tip here. We dip it into the detergent, and then we just touch it to the surface. And we get a very interesting reaction. Oh, you can see a little bit of the soap actually came off of my Q-tip here. So when you do the experiment without a Q-tip, it actually looks pretty much like this. Like the chunk of soap kind of just moves around on its own. So I was curious to find out why this happens, and I did some research, and there's a few different explanations that I found, and I'm not sure which ones are more accurate. But some of the things that I read that explain what's happening here, a lot of them mention surfactants, which is something that is in the detergent that breaks the surface tension of the milk and allows the food coloring to move around. Some of the explanations I came across mention the fat in the milk reacting with the detergent, which is apparently why this experiment does not work with non-fat milk, though I have not actually tested that theory. but according to what I've read, the reaction that we are seeing has to do with how soap works in general. Soaps and detergents work to wash grease away when water alone cannot, as most of us have probably tried. It doesn't work very well by itself to get rid of grease and oil. So the way that soap works is the soap molecule is hydrophobic on one side, but also hydrophilic on the other side, which means that one side of the soap molecule is attracted to water and attaches to the water molecules, while the other side of the soap molecule is actually hydrophobic, which means it does not want to attach to water, and that same side also will attach to the grease and the oil molecules. So that is how the soap is able to wash greases and oils away with water. Now, with that in mind, that it likely has something to do with what we're seeing here. When we introduce the detergent to the milk, it is probably reacting with the fat and the water that are both in the milk. Other things that I saw mentioned, some say the detergent is reacting with the protein in the milk as well. There's also a mention of phosphates in the soap that may be reacting with the calcium. And again, I don't know which explanations would be more accurate. I just kind of searched around and found any information that I could. And I mean, it could also be all of these things. There could be multiple things going on at the same time. With the Q-tip method, we have better control of the reaction, assuming that you are able to keep the detergent on the Q-tip. And as soon as I remove the Q-tip, the reaction stops. And then when I place the Q-tip onto the surface again, the reaction resumes in the new place. I prefer the non-Q-tip method because you can kind of just drop a little blob of soap in and just watch it do its own thing. It kind of dances around on the surface, like we saw earlier in the video when that little blob of detergent got away from my Q-tip. Alright guys, well that's gonna do it for our psychedelic milk experiments. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and we'll see you next time.